Alright, so in today's video, I am going to be ranking the best Xbox player from every season, starting off with year 1 up until now. Now, the way this works is I went on the leaderboards, and I wound up looking through everything, and also the people that I know, because I've been playing Xbox since the beta. But, what I want to say is, I may have different opinion from you guys, so instead of everyone hating and, disliking, just comment down below who you think should have been on this list, if the person that you were looking for is not here, or if you have a different opinion. Also, that being said, I would appreciate so much if you leave a like and consider subscribing, because this video took me so long. This was the longest video because I had to do so much research yesterday. It was insane. But, that being said, let's get into this video. Alright, so the first person that we're going to be starting off with is going to be Laxing from year 1. Now, he was an absolute animal, okay? Also, don't want my hair right now. It's a little wet. I just got out of the shower. But that's besides the point, okay? But Laxing was an absolute beast. I have some clips from his old Xbox account, as well as some Pro League clips when Pro League used to be on Xbox. Obviously, you guys know who Laxing is if you watch Pro League now. He's on auction. He's one of the best players right now in Pro League. He's an absolute animal. And he was literally, like, the best player on Xbox, especially in Season 1. Look at him right now. Got the Jaeger ACOG running out. But you guys gotta see this Pro League clip. I'm gonna try and not talk as much because this one is actually really, really good.
Just miss Titan looking to come up that stairwell too.
Look at the shower here.
Looks for a couple of shots, gets the down.
This is, bro, I miss old Xbox Pro League. I wish it could still be that way, but there's massive keyboards everywhere. But it's so crazy to see this. Old Chalet and just old recoil. This is literally year 1.
Captain has to find 4. Sees 1, takes down BCK.
It's just so crazy to see. Look at that C4 throw. Look at how gross it looks. I remember how bad C4 throws used to be. Laxing on the Thatcher as well. He's using Recruit. I forgot. Recruit actually used to be really good. Bro, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But Laxing is definitely one of the best players on Xbox in Season 1. The man absolutely was insane. You can even see the stats picture I have right here. He was an absolute animal. The man was wild, so he definitely deserves this spot. But there was still also some great people out there too, like, like Kits guys and stuff like that as well. I was a little hard, to choose between them. But that being said, let's move on to the next person. Alright, now moving on to the second season. Now, the rest of the women I have the names for, but these are just like the second season for like Pro League I'm doing for the first 2 seasons. And I don't have the seasons for the rest of them. But this is BOSCO, who is now on SSG, who was an absolute animal on Xbox. And I'm just looking at his old clips on Xbox, as well as there's a Pro League clip in here too that you guys gotta see. The man was absolutely insane. Look at the shot first off. Like, it's just the drop shotting. It's I miss it. I low-key miss it. But he was an absolute beast, bro. It was insane. This team was insane too. This team, oh my god. It's BOSCO, Laxing. But listen to how hype the announcers get. I love it so much. Man's an actual beast. I definitely miss this though. But it's just so weird to see Xbox Pro League. But like so many of them are now Pro League players. It's huge. Like BOSCO is insane in today's Pro League.
He's gonna move on down into the middle offices. Coming from the side, BOSCO moves on in. He gets Anthrax. He's gonna get Lion as well. It's a 3-on-2. Elevates up in man count. He gets another. It's a 3-on-1. Gonna be all.
And then you have Laxing come over and get the kill too, because Laxing was on this team too. It was insane. They won this. Look at this. I believe it's Kits guys as well, bro. It's insane. They were all animals. But yeah, BOSCO definitely deserves this spot for the best Xbox player in Season 2. Like I said, I don't have the exact names because I was just going off Pro League wise first. But the rest of these now will be the names of the actual seasons. Alright, now we're moving on to Red Crow. And I have Wolfstein. Now, Wolfstein was an absolute animal. The man was a force to be reckoned with. I remember he was literally like terrifying when I was playing Xbox. I played since beta, like I said, and this man is actually insane. Like he was definitely up there with all the pro players and stuff like that on Xbox. The man definitely, I believe right now he's in CL, or he was in CL. I'm not sure if he still is, but God, my man is absolutely insane. Like, just this man was always someone to be, scared of. This man was just smoking everyone's pack, and now he still does on PC today. I believe, like I said, he is in CL. The man is a beast. But look at this old Oregon clip, bro. It's actually so insane. This used to be Oregon. Also, some of these people's clips might not be exactly from the season that I have them placed in, because it was very hard to find the exact clips from that season. But these are just clips that were on their Xbox account. But this man's absolutely insane. He's actually smoking everyone's pack. Like I said, this man was terrifying. He is an absolute beast. and he's even a beast today on what's it called, PC. It's absolutely insane. Definitely had to put him on this list. Man was a gunner. Alright, now for Velvet Shell, we have I'm Just Too Good. Now, I wanted to put him on this list because, one, you can't go back and look at the leaderboards from before Operation Health, so I couldn't really see who was technically the best, but I just know this man was an absolute gunner. I used to watch him when I first started, and man was always a GOAT in the community. He was one of the biggest Siege YouTubers at the time, especially from the beginning. He still has a huge channel. He just doesn't post as much, but man was absolutely insane. Like I said, not all the clips are going to be from that exact season, but these are just old clips I could find either on the YouTube or on the Xbox accounts. This was very hard to do to find them, but this man was always a gunner. Man is absolutely insane. I don't think he played competitive too much. I don't know exactly, but I just know the man was always a ranked gunner. The man was really smoking everyone. Like, just look at this. Look at Old Canal too. It's so crazy to see Old Canal. Like all these old maps, old recoil. Like, oh my god, it's just insane. Like Old Canal was crazy, but this man has always been insane. So that's why I put him for Velvet Shell as one of the best players, because this man had to be on this list if we're talking about old OG Xbox players. Now this man was a gunner though. 19 kills. That's crazy. But that being said, let's move on to the next season. Alright, so now for Operation Health, I have Traken in this spot. Now, he is an OG player. He still plays PC sometimes. But what I do want to say real quick is because I won't be able to put everyone on this list, right, that I want to put on this list. So I want to quickly shout out a couple of people that are not on this list that are OGs in the community or are very good, okay? We have Serpa, who was MK, but he was still an OG. You have Elvis, Azur, Raiders, Vivid, Purple Sets, Rams, Razor, Supreme, Merc, Vayne, everyone from Pride X, 95 Bulls. I have some of those people are in this list that you'll see, but those are just old OG names that if you guys are waiting to see, I might not have them all on here. But let's get into Traken, okay? But I had to mute the audio because it was his old montage that he posted on YouTube. This man was just absolutely terrifying to verse. He was not. Oh my god, that pulse was skating, but he was absolutely insane. Like this is one of his old montages on Xbox, and he went to PC later on, not too like later on, but. Oh my god, I forgot how crazy the old leaning used to be. But Traken is without a doubt a GOAT in the Xbox community. Man was always a gunner. And all these people are controller, by the way, okay? Trying to make this clear. We're not doing mouse and keyboard players on this list. That's why some of them are not on this list, even if they are OGs in the community. No mouse and keyboard players on this list. This man is an absolute beast. And like I said, he was running it on PC as well for a while as well. The man is just a GOAT. But, oh my god. It's just so crazy to see night maps, too. The old night maps, the old leaning. I low-key miss it. I wish I could just go back and play with these mechanics, even if they weren't as balanced. I still miss them a little bit, you know what I mean? The old Siege was just, nothing will beat old Siege. Old Siege was just amazing. And this versus Kid Skies, too. It's a clip that Traken has versus Kid Skies. Kid Skies is a Pro League player now, who is an absolute beast on Xbox. And I don't have him on this list because I couldn't find any of his clips, okay? That's why I said some of the people that I mentioned, that I wanted to put them on this list, but I couldn't find their clips, so that's why I just mentioned them. But, yo, Skies was an absolute animal as well. He's another person who is now an insane Pro League player, and now, what is he, on SSG now? Insane. Alright, now coming in for the Blood Orchid spot, I have Revolt Robbie. Now, I don't have clips from Blood Orchid from him, because I couldn't find them, like, all over there from the old ones, but these are just generally his clips. I'm sure you guys know who he is. Robbie was an absolute animal, though, during Blood Orchid. I believe he was, like, top 10 in the world during Blood Orchid. Man was actually insane. And like I said, listen, a lot of people hate on Robbie because obviously he's big. Like, I don't want to say a lot of people hate on Robbie, but you know, there's a lot more haters on him and people think he's bad. And don't look at his KD, because when he's not going for clips and he's actually trying to play like competitively and try and win, the man is an absolute beast. He's now a diamond on PC with the controller as well. He does what I do. I'm diamond on PC with the controller. He is. I don't think he could be better than me as well. The man is absolutely insane. But on Xbox, this man was running it back then. I remember he was EU, so I didn't play him too much back on the old days. But he was always, you know, just a beast. And like I said, he was like top 10 in Blood Orchid. Man was absolutely insane. So I feel like I had to put him on this list. And there also wasn't too many people that were on that list. So I had to make sure I throw him in here, because this man has always been a beast. Like I said, these are not Blood Orchid clips. He's like one of the only ones that I couldn't really find old, you know, clips for that I put on this list. But the rest of them should be around that time range. But this man's always been a gunner. Like I said, since the old days, this man's been gunning. But that being said, let's move on to the next season. Alright, now coming in for the White Noise spot, okay? For White Noise season was insane, okay? But I have K9, okay? Now, he was not a completely known player. It's not the K9 like the old Pro League player. This is one of my best friends who I used to play with like all the time. This man was without a doubt one of the best players. He was top 20, I believe, as well in White Noise. The man was absolutely insane. One of the most underrated players. Like I said, I played with him just about my entire Xbox career, like from like after Health. and this man was insane. Like, just look at this. This man is an actual gunner. Like, he is always, and he's not mouse and keyboard either. Trust me, I played in so many leagues with him. The leagues he've made him do hand cams before. He is not mouse and keyboard. He is 100% controller, and this man has always just been an absolute gunner. Like, he's one, I guess he's been one of my good friends, and he just dominated in white noise. He was top 20 in the world in white noise, and like I said, some of the people I can't just take that are number 1 immediately because I don't know if they're mouse and keyboard, or a lot of people boosted as well, but I know for a fact this man did not boost. I was playing with him. He was always gunning, always fragging out, and I feel like I had to put him on this list because, especially during white noise, he was insane. Alright, now coming in at the Chimera spot, I have Superman. Now, Superman, you guys may not know him because some of the people you may not know because they don't do content, or, you know, they're not huge, like, in the content scene, but Superman was huge on Xbox. This man was absolutely insane. It was very hard for me to find specific clips because I couldn't find his best clips, but this man's definitely better than you've seen these clips. But this man was absolutely insane, especially during Chimera. This man ran the old seasons like a lot of the times too. I wanted to put him on the earlier list, but this is one of his best seasons, I believe, so I decided to put him for the Chimera spot. But this man was always an absolute GOAT. Everyone knew who he was back then, and he was always gunning. Like, this man was terrifying. Like, he would literally smoke everyone. Like, this man had to be on this list because he, like I said, is always an OG in the community and is just insane this game. I don't know what he does today because I know he doesn't play Xbox. I don't know if he plays PC still, but I just remember always seeing this man in leaderboards. I remember this man was terrifying, and I remember versing this man back in the day, and it was just, like, terrifying. Like I said, this man was always just on the top list and is always going to be an OG in the community. Like my voice cracks, I love him too. But this man is always going to be a great, in the community. But that being said, let's move on to the next season. Alright, now moving on to Parabellum. I have GuyonBear. Now, GuyonBear has always been a gunner. He was a part of the 95 Bulls as well, which is one of the OG teams. And he's even in CL today. I believe I don't know if he's still in CL like right now, but he played in CL for a while. And he is an absolute gunner. He was an OG, like I said, OG controller player. He played with Titos, played with all those people, and he was just absolutely insane. I remember watching him on the Go Forwards with 95 Bulls, and I just remember, I've only played him really a couple times in ranked, but this man, like I said, always insane, always just a good player. And these are some of his old clips from his Xbox account, like I said, and this man was just insane. I remember the old OG teams of him, but of IF versus 95 Bulls, and he was a part of that, and it was just insane. And he's still insane to this day. Like I said, on PC, he was running it in CL for a while. He's doing very good in CL, and this man had to be on this list without a doubt because he was an OG in the community and always been a gunner. Just look at this man. This man's an absolute goat, smoking everyone in his way, literally insane. I definitely miss the old days sometimes, but yeah, this man had to be on this list. That being said, let's move on to the next spot. Alright, now for Operation Grim Sky, I have Pina. Now, you guys may not know who Pina is, but Pina is still in this community to this day. But this man was an absolute gunner during Grim Sky. I believe he might have been number 1 at some point. I don't know if he's number 1 the whole season, but at one point I'm pretty sure he was. But this man is the kid with the 5-inch thumb that you may know from TikTok. He's one of my good friends who I still play with today on PC, but he's a controller PC champion. Okay, he's better than me. He hit champion on PC with a controller. Now listen, okay, it's not fair. He has a 5-inch thumb. I swear to you, I'm not kidding. Look him up on TikTok. He's like 2 million followers for it. I'm telling you, it's like an advantage. It has like there's so much leverage on his controller. That's besides the point. Look at this man. He's an absolute gunner. He was fragging out. He has always been insane, and he just was always known in the community, and he still plays today. Like I said, he plays on PC mainly now with a controller. Him and I run it on controller on PC, and him and I have been smoking people's packs. Come on, like this man had to be on this list. He, like I said, is an OG in the community and is just an absolute gunner and always has been. That 5-inch thumb gives him an advantage. I swear to you. I swear to you, it's a cheat. It's a control freaks, but IRL. It's insane. And then moving on to Win Bastion, we have Inrio. Inrio is one of the best Xbox players and is an insane CL player today. I honestly would not be surprised if one day he's in Pro League, but he was on IF. He was on a bunch of teams, but he is an absolute animal. The man is a gunner, and this man was definitely one of the OGs on Xbox. I would say I'm pretty good friends with him today. I played with him a bunch of times, and I've talked to him on PC, but I definitely think he's one of the best players right now out there when it comes to, even on PC. Like, I'm telling you guys, he will probably be in Pro League one day. Like, genuinely. This man is insane. Literally, that was crazy. That was literally for 4-4 that man clutched up. But yeah, no. He's, like I said, always been an OG. He's a good friend of mine, and he is a gunner. Like, just look at this man. Absolutely smoking these packs. I had to put him on this list. If you're talking about a best Xbox player, Inrio is 100% going to be on one of these lists on any of these seasons, because like I said, this one was a gunner on controller. I'm telling you, he is absolutely insane. But that being said, let's move on to the next person. Alright, now coming in at the Burnt Horizon spot, I have Titos. Now, Titos was an absolute gunner in the community. He has always been known in the community. He even streamed. He's one of the bigger streamers at the time, and he was on 95 Bulls as well, which is one of the best teams on Xbox ever. The man was absolutely insane and has always been insane. And I believe he played PC for a little bit, but he was mainly on Xbox. But just look at this man. This man is just an absolute gunner, and he always has been in the community. I just remember like Sunday nights watching them all play, like before I had school. It was like 95 Bulls in the Go 4 finals being casted by Razors. It was just insane. Also, you guys gotta see this. Look, this is Garfield getting smoked. Look, this is when Garfield was playing Xbox. Look at Ebony Garfield. You can't see because my webcam. Hold up, I'll show you. Look, Ebony Garfield getting absolutely smoked by Titos. It's great. It's a great thing to see. This is when Garfield was playing Xbox. That's so funny. But yeah, no, this man had to be on this list. He ran it during Burnt Horizon. The man was absolutely insane during Burnt Horizon, just insane every season. But I had to put him on this list and I had to put him for Burnt Horizon. But that being said, let's move on to the next spot. And then moving on to Phantom Sight, we have Cryptic Runner in this spot. I had to put him for Phantom Sight because this man literally ran it during Phantom Sight. This is a montage of his YouTube channel, so I had to mute the audio because I don't want to get copyright striked. But this man had like a 2.2 KD, I believe, in Phantom Sight. He was absolutely insane. Like, this man was running it. Like, you guys can see from this montage. Like, this man, he's EU as well. He plays at Robbie, I believe. I've played a Cryptic Runner a couple times, and he even is on PC now. I believe he hit like #1 champ on PC as well. The man is an absolute goat. He was controller as well, and then he obviously switched and played mouse and keyboard on PC. The man has always been a gunner in the community. When I was looking at the leaderboards, he was on like every single leaderboard list for like being on the top. This man ran it, like literally was running Xbox for a while as well. But yeah, no, this man had to be on the list, especially for Phantom Sight. Like I said, you can see this guy's stats. It's actually insane. Like, I definitely low-key miss these old days on Xbox, but this man was definitely just insane. Alright, now for Ember Rise and Shifting Tides, I have Truman. Now the reason why I have him as both is because he was literally actually #1 in both seasons with almost a 2 KD in both of them. I believe he had a 1.75 in both seasons and was #1. Literally the same exact KD, #1 with ease, and is, in my opinion, one of the best controller players still on Xbox. This man's aim is insanely good. He has a perfect sensitivity to the point where it's like, you know, it's not too fast, not too slow. But this man was just gunning those 2 seasons. Like, I know he doesn't play as much. He still plays, but, you know, he doesn't have the passion like I always see him say on Twitter as much as he used to. But, yeah, no, this man has always been a GOAT when it comes to any of these seasons. He was literally running it. Like I said, slow sensitivity, but has, like, very good aim with his sensitivity as well. And he's controller. Like, you can see, like, his micro adjustments, his aim, his crosshair placement for the most part is very, very good. I've done a ton of reaction videos on him. I'm sure you guys know who he is. He's actually one of the content creators on this list because there's not really too many. But, yeah, this man had to be on this list, especially for back-to-back seasons because this man was actually just running it those 2 seasons. But that being said, let's move on to the next season. Now, moving on to Shadow Legacy, I have Manny Mud. Now, I was going to put a Zaned, but he's mouse and keyboard, so I didn't want to have him on this list. But Manny Mud was an absolute gunner. I believe he was #1 for a good amount of time. I did a reaction video to him when he was #1. The man was absolutely insane, and he's just a very, very good player. I believe he is a support player, because I was looking through his clips, and he has so many Thermite clips. So I think he is a support player, so I mean, that's good to see, you know, a support player on the top of the list. But yeah, no, this man's EU as well. I believe he plays at Robbie as well, and he's just a very, very good player. Not too fast for Sens, very, you know, controls his aim pretty well, and he's just overall a very, very good player. And I definitely had to put him on this list, especially for this season. He was very, very good during the season. But come on, just look at this clip. This I actually got this off his Xbox because he doesn't post anything, which I don't get. This man needs to stream more or do YouTube or something because this man was insane. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. Ready? This man smoked this kid. Hold up. Ready? Him with the bow. Gotta actually put on a t-shirt. But you know, I had to put him on this list. This man is an absolute gunner. Also, let me know, who do you guys think out of this list is the best player? Because some of these clips don't really justify for these best players clips. Because some of the people just don't have clips anymore. But be sure to let me know at the end of this video who you think is the best controller player on Xbox ever. But that being said, let's move on to the next spot. Alright, now for Operation Neon Dawn, I have Stomping. Stomping is like is he 13, I think? He's a young kid, but he is a gunner. He mainly posts on TikTok, so I have to go to his Xbox to find his clips. But this man is absolutely insane. I don't know if he still plays as much, but this man was running a leaderboards during the season. Like, he is absolutely insane, especially for a 13-year-old, one of the youngest, best players, bro. No, if you think I'm doing this at 13, you're crazy, bro. I was playing this when I was 15 when the game first came out, and I was not nearly as good as this at 15. I was not good. Like, look at this man, ready? Bow! And I got smoked. Actually, like, just put on a poster. Like, no, this man, Stomping is a gunner, especially for a young kid, bro. The man is absolutely insane. Like, I don't know. Like, I had to make sure I put him on this list because a lot of people love Stomping, and I just think he was a very, very good player during the season. But, that being said, let's move on to the next spot. Alright, now for Crimson Heist, I have Unsert. Unsert was an absolute gunner during the season. He still is a gunner. But this is one of his YouTube videos that he actually finally decided to post. But, yeah, no, this man is absolutely insane. He was on the leaderboards for a while. I believe he's still on leaderboards this season, too. He's one of the best this season. He's an absolute gunner, which I don't have anyone for this season, but right now he's killing it this season. He's still in the top leaderboards right now. And this man is a very, very good player. I'm pretty sure I used sensitivity for a video, or I planned to. I'm not sure. Did I? But, you know, this man is absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure I did. He is a gunner. Man is definitely a top Xbox player, especially recently, too. Like, I don't know how long he's been playing for, but this man is without a doubt on the top when it comes to best Xbox players that are controller today. You know, this man has been absolutely killing it on Siege. I hope to see him do more YouTube videos because he is an absolute gunner. But that being said, let's move on to the next person. Alright, now moving on to the final season, we have E2 Smooth. E2 Smooth is one of the best players on Xbox ever. I honestly think that he is probably the best player that has ever even touched a controller. E2 Smooth is definitely up next, and you guys should definitely be on the lookout for him. Alright, now for Operation North Star, I have Speedy, okay? Speedy is one of the best players, if not the best player, right now. Okay, let me explain, okay? This man is literally champ on PS4 and Xbox, and has been #1 champ a ton of times. He is an absolute gunner. He's got a 2 KD as well doing all this. Like, this man is insane. Like, I believe he had 2.0 seasonal last season or the season before, but I had to make sure I put him on this list because he is literally dominated on both platforms. In my opinion, he's the best Xbox player right now, or the best console player in general. I think he's the best on both platforms, and he's been killing it. He's up there with literally the best, and he you know, he has to be on this list. I'm sure you guys know him from YouTube too. He's huge on YouTube. He's like 50K. He streams as well. This man is, like I said, without a doubt, one of the best players. Amazing aim, good crosshair placement, and just very smart overall. Alright, so that is going to be all the players for all the seasons that I have for the best players. Now, let me know if you disagree or if you think I missed anyone. Quickly, let me shout out once again the OGs. We got Serpa, Elvis, Azure, Raiders, Vivid, Purple Sets, Rams, Razor, Supreme, Merc, who's now on TSM, who's insane on Xbox. You have Focal, who's on Vayne. You have the Gaping Ashholes, Pride X, 95 Bulls, IF. These are all teams. Anyone on those teams were absolute gunners, okay? And I had to make sure I put them in this video when you're talking about OGs on Xbox. I just couldn't add them all. But let me know what you guys think of this video. If you guys want one for PC and PS4, be sure to let me know down below. And don't forget to leave a like, because this video took a long time to make. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name's Penguin. I'll see y'all. Peace.